Let's talk about whether or not I should be working with buyers or sellers. Okay. This is a very important component. All right. So not Realtor, but Zillow just did a study and they found something that I've been saying for over 30 years. Okay. Now you guys probably, those of you that are Keller Williams, you guys probably know Chris Heller, good friend of mine, really good guy. Chris and I were two of the first people to build teams across the country. And there were a few others. Jay Kinder was another good friend of ours. He was building teams at the time as well. And I'll tell you that when we were doing this, what we were trying to do is we were trying to do what's called segmenting the workflow. Write that down. Segment the workflow. Segment the workflow. Let's talk about what this looks like. The study that Zillow just did says that agents that specialize in either working with buyers or with sellers literally make 25% more than those who work with both buyers and sellers. Guys, I've been telling everybody this for 30 years, but nobody was listening. I should say very few people were listening. But those that did listen made a killing in that period of time. Okay. So get this. This is what you want to do. You got to decide, what am I best at? Am I best at working with buyers or am I best at working with sellers? And I'll show you in a second here. I'm going to show you how to determine that. But here's the key. This is a lot easier if you're on a team. Okay. Now you don't have to be the team leader, but I will tell you there's a lot of value in being on a team or building a team, one of the two. And does that mean you can't be successful as a solo agent? No, of course you can be successful as a solo agent. I don't mean to say that at all. But I'm saying a team could be just you and an assistant. It could be you and an assistant, maybe a showing agent, or it could be a traditional full-size team. Right? There's lots of ways to do this. I don't want you to get hung up on any one particular way that this has to be done. But I want you to understand the teams are just leverage, right? You're leveraging a team. If you're a member of a team, let's say you're not even the team leader, you're just a member of the team. Guess what? You get to leverage that team, right? Their assistant is your assistant. Their leads are your leads. Their systems are your systems. And you're paying for all that stuff either way, right? So it's not like a lot of people think, oh, I'm giving away half my commission. That's not true. You're buying those services either way. All it is, it's like a co-op, right? And so think about farmers. Instead of going out and buying a combine, which most farmers can't afford $1 million plus combine. So what do? They form a co-op with several other farmers. They get together, they use their combined money to go buy the combine and they take turns using it. Okay. That's leverage. Okay. And that's basically like being on a team. The difference is that you save a lot of money when you're on the team, right? Because guess what? You're getting better pricing on a lot of these things and you're getting economies of scale with this that you don't get as a solo agent. And so it's really easy to see how very quickly you can end up making 25% more than a solo agent trying to do it all on their own. All right. That being said, we coach both. And by the way, we coach the top teams around the country and we coach brand new agents and I love them both. Okay. So don't get hung up on which one you have to do. There's no one right answer, but whatever you're going to do, be disciplined and be committed to it. All right. All right. That being said, let's talk about how do I tell which one I should be? All right. So here's kind of a personality test. I want you guys to just close your eyes really quick and just think about this. I'm going to give you two different personality types. And when I get to the one that you think describes you, type in "that's me" into the chat. Okay. Or type in one or two in the chat. Okay. One being personality type number one, which I'm going to give you now, and then two being personality type number two. All right. Personality type number one. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to deliver world-class customer service. I'm going to give them a ton of value. I'm going to educate them, guide them through the process. I'm going to leave no stone unturned. And I'm going to make sure they love me when this is over. So they'll send me all their referrals. If that describes you, type in number one. Number two, here's the second personality type. I'm going to go up to that front door. I'm going to kick it down. I'm going to punch in the face. I'm going to make them sign. Then I'm going to hand it off to somebody else so I can go list the next one and while they're dealing with the carnage. If that describes you, type two in the chat. Okay. Now, watch this. I got a lot of ones in there. I got 1, 2. Look at that. I got a 2. Okay. Here's the interesting thing. My 2s, you're my listing agents. The 1s, you're probably a buyer agent. Now, not one is better than the other. They're just different, right? Buyer's agents tend to want to be liked, and buyer's agents tend to have a relationship being very high on their list. Listing agents tend to be more transactional. Now, watch this. If you doubt what I'm saying here, watch this. Have you ever felt like, you were in a transaction and you thought, man, that listing agent was such a jerk, right? Have you ever felt like that? Well, think about this. Why is that? Because they were probably a high D on the DISC personality profile, which, by the way, Only 3% of the world is high D. A lot of those are in real estate, and a lot of those are listing agents. But more people in real estate are high I, which is, want people to like you, right? Than they are high D. Most real estate agents are high I, which means most real estate agents are probably more comfortable and better at working with buyers. Great. Go be the best at that. I know a lot of people that make $250,000 to $500,000 a year as a buyer agent, and they kill it, and they love it because it's doing business the way they want to do it. Guys, there's no one right way to do this. That's another thing that cracks me up about some of these coaches out there. They all want to say, they've got their way, right? And it's their way or the highway. Like it's all prospecting all the time, or it's all referrals all the time, or it's all whatever all the time. Guys, there's so many things that can be done and so many ways you can do this that can bring you value, that can bring you a lot of money, that can be, help you be very successful and help you do it without ruining your family. There is no just one right answer. And that's one of the things I think is very magical about Club Wealth is that we're helping expose you to all of these different things, right? We're exposing you to all these different ways so that we can help figure out, what's going to be best for you? What are you likely to do? What's going to work best for you and bring you the best results? Before I forget, I want you to write this down, okay? Before I go deeper on the listing side. So I want you to write down, no success in the world can compensate for failure in the home. No success in the world can compensate for failure in the home. If you agree with that, could you type amen into the chat and into the Facebook comments there for me? If you agree that no success in the world can compensate for failure in the home, type in amen. Guys, here's the thing. That's our core value here at Club Wealth. So yeah, we're going to make you a bunch of money. I'm all about helping you make a bunch of money. There's not a person on this call that if you did everything I told you to do for 40 hours a week, I couldn't get you making $1 million a year. I 100%, I could get you to $1 million a year. But here's the key. You got to put the effort in. You got to be disciplined, right? Now, some of you don't want to make $1 million a year, and that's fine. But here's what I will promise you. I'm not going to take you there at the cost of your family. Okay. I won't do that. I promise. And neither will our coaches. Okay. This is important to us. And I know it's important to you as well.
Club Wealth is the only coaching company on the planet that will literally guarantee that you will double your income or make at least an extra $100,000 your first year coaching with us, or we will give you 100% of your investment back. Click the link below, sign up for the appropriate tier level, and let's get you a strategy session today. And I promise you, I 100% guarantee you, promise you that you will walk away with a heart full of gratitude for the time that we took for you because you got so much value out of that call. Schedule your strategy session today. I promise you'll be glad you did.